How are you?
I'm doing very well, Suzette. I'm very excited and just in a very good space. Thanks.
Yeah, good, good. So, tomorrow we're officially handing over the report, our interim report for Empowerment Pathways Indigenous Inmate Project. And I know we get to talk about it on a weekly basis, but I wanted to share some of the really great things that are happening for other people to understand what we're doing, because a lot of people want to know.
Yes,
So,
it's curiosity. It's a brand new area that really has been overlooked, and it's just really a great opportunity to work for one, to work with this population, but to also have them excited about the work that we're doing with them too.
I know, right? So basically working inside the institution and out. So pars pre-incarcerated people and post-incarcerated people. But this particular and this is where you come in, and it's so cool that we are partners on this project because we talk about two-eyed seeing. So I'm get to see the day to day, and I get to share some of the really cool stories about how it's life changing for them. And being in entrepreneurship and seeing that change in itself is pretty phenomenal. Them building their business plans while they're inside so that they have something to go to. But now we're working with Indigenous incarcerated people.
And just understanding the path that they're on, the path that they want to be on, those next steps, and that future planning is so key towards that success post incarceration. So, what does that look like? What does the future look like? And I think that the value, the uniqueness of our program is that we have that understanding. So, of things like identity, and how do you incorporate that into the work that you do, and what your business plan is, but also before you can even get to that point, who am I? What do I represent? Who do I want to be? So it's those bigger questions that need to be asked to get a feel for that. And then when you've got that confidence of, this is who I am. I'm a First Nations person. I'm from this community. This is what's important to me, and then you look for ways to incorporate that into what you do.
And when we started the program, that was something that they were exposed to through yourself and your team. Being that, Three Sisters Consulting is an Indigenous company that's done really well, award winning Indigenous corporation. But
Mhm.
but you got to when you see somebody, you're an inspiration. So you've done it yourself. You can't just go in and teach and coach people to be entrepreneurs if you haven't been at the front and with the challenges. And, part of our methodology is working people with challenges, and they even have that much more challenges. And, I'm blessed because they've worked with me, but we have, an Indigenous person that's working one-on-one with them, which really helps understanding their backgrounds and their
Well, and
traumas.
I think it's great too that person is on their own journey of discovery of, where's my family from, and what's my connection, and how does this translate into who I am. That's a journey that I've been on myself, is to, like, as a day school survivor and being raised by a residential school survivor, and understanding that identity, and that I'm not all the way to where I want to be, but I'm at a good spot, and I know who I am today and how I incorporate that into what I do. So I'm not, like, even for my own company, and that's what I shared the last time I was in the institution, was that I'm not the owner, I'm the matriarch. That's the role that I took on, and I understand it, and I know the role well, and I have comfort, and I can slide into it, and it makes sense. And so helping to balance off that professionalism and understand the legislation, all those things that you have to follow owning a business and being that entrepreneur, but then also incorporating who you are and how that translates into your business. And you know um, it's a combination of the two, and it's that idea of walking in two worlds, when you're doing the work that you do.
And I'm seeing it and the journey of them having and they share this with me, having the why,
Mhm.
having something to go to that they control, and it's a different journey for them. And seeing that, and every time we meet with them, that movement forward is super exciting. And the fact that what is the ultimate outcome of this? We're going to see it. That's what the report's going to show. We're going to see these outcomes happen, and
Mhm.
it's just I'm just over the top with this project. It's obviously been a challenge. It's been learning, and our next stage is seeing these businesses success.
Mhm. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm excited for the next trip out there and to be able to spend some time and to physically be in their location. How I became an entrepreneur was I admired other entrepreneurs, and it took me, oh gosh, about 12 years before I actually started my own company. I kept feeling like I didn't have the confidence, I didn't have the skills. I need to be this, this, and this before I can start my own company. And really, what that was is a lot of excuses and a waste of time. So I did get more skills. I did learn new things, but I think I could have started sooner than I did. And so with these folks as well, like having challenges of confidence, and then that jarring change from being in the institution to coming out and trying to address all of their needs from that physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional, and trying to put together what that looks like for themselves. And so doing that and then being able to come out and being a successful entrepreneur without wasting the time of saying, I'm not ready, I'm not good at this yet. I just got out of, an institution, all of that. They're like, I admire them for their bravery and the courage that they need to have to be able to keep moving in their journey.
But being there by their side is that piece of going to give them that courage and that belief mechanism that we believe in them. And I think that's why this program is working and that will work.
Well, and that thought alone was them. Like that's what we put into the creation of this. We took the program that you've been delivering for 30 years, and then we took the feedback from those who were currently in the institution. So, what do you need? One of the biggest things that we heard was, most of the programs that they can access, they're in place up until the day they're released, or they start on the day they're released. And so there's no overlap of programming. And so with our program, it's unique in that it's, helping to work on their business plan and where am I going to be located and who am I going to service and what's my product, answering all of those questions while they still are in the institution, and then transitioning to a coaching program when they step out. So you're still dealing with the same person, and you're still working with our facilitators, our methodology. It's just we're picking up where you left off. And so it tries to kind of like it does, and I think feel it succeeds in minimizing that jarring effect of I just stepped out and made this big change and now I'm trying to start. So they've got us literally every step along the way.
Right. And every step along the way, I just wanted to add into that is it's person centered. This is not a classroom where they feel that they have to be good in a classroom and that they have to be able to write or read or whatever. It's person centered. It's based on each person. And
Mhm.
so that I find is that's really embracing that because they have been to the school system. And that's one of the things they don't fit into. And this program does not put you into a school and doing stuff that you're not able to do. So all of
Yeah.
that, that's what's making it happen. We're going to
Mhm.
bring out the report. Let us know if you have any questions. We're here. We love talking about it. As you can see, we're both passionate